I've been doing videos on the internet under the name BitB for a long time, and in all this time, I've kept to a very specific style of visual. Mainly one where you don't actually see me, but instead see a lot of visual representations of what I'm talking about. And this is for a number of reasons. Once just for aesthetic reasons. I mean, I'm cool with me being represented by a disembodied voice. It's given me a chance to flex some creativity on how I present what I have to say. But the second reason is, not surprisingly, for privacy reasons. I'm not keen on putting my face out there. I've never enjoyed being in the spotlight. I'm the kind of person that likes to hang back and blend in with the crowd. I'm just not comfortable with being a recognizable figure of any sort. I know that some of you have been teasing and taunting the idea of a BitB face reveal. OMG, what the fuck? I mean, some of you are just joking around when you say it, but I'm sure that in some capacity, you're probably curious about who I am behind the scenes, behind that big old box wall that you've become familiar with. And I don't really blame you. I got a lot of folks that I watch and follow that I've gotten to really know a lot about them over the years. And knowing more about who they are makes viewing their content feel that much more personable. But like I said, I'm just not comfortable coming on camera, and I likely never will. I guess what I'm saying is, if that's not an option, I guess I'll have to go for the next best thing. Hi. Hey there, it's BitB. How you guys doing tonight, eh? No, seriously, nothing has been happening lately that's been exciting, so I wanted to ask you guys whether or not you had something interesting going on, so, yeah, by all means, I got the chat currently sitting up in the corner here. Can you tell me what the hell's happening? I don't know. I'm bored. I knew that you were gonna be a VTuber. Great. The floopy vlog. I effing knew it. Real. I picking. I knew it. Different. Dude. This looks so cool. Dude, it's awesome. Hello, Mr. Bitsby. It's so cute. Thank you. Stimming mode activated, says Mapley. Hello. How you doing? Yeah, I hope it looks pretty good. Yeah. And pretty, like, 1-to-1 as well. Yeah, all right. So let me go ahead and say, before we do anything else, I want to say one particular thing, and that is I want to thank one person in particular that has been supporting me for a really long time of this whole stream, and it's the entire reason why this dude exists in the first place, and that would be Mapley. She's been extremely nice, especially when it comes to this whole bit thing. She came up with it one day, and then people just kind of gravitated to it, including me. Like, I love the Bit Boy. Like, I love all the little elements to it. So just, I don't know, it just kind of became almost normal to think like, oh yeah, I guess this is basically the persona. But anyways, very long time ago, I asked Mapley whether or not it would be okay, to move in the direction of VTubing. And she said it was totally fine with her, and I definitely didn't want to do anything that she would be uncomfortable with, especially since this is kind of her creation, and I want to make sure that she gets the proper credit that she deserves. So, by all means, for everybody that's currently sitting in the chat, all 30 people that are apparently here, according to my numbers up here, like, 3 rounds of applause for the Maple, please, like, if we can get a little bit of that, I'd appreciate that very much. I certainly hope we don't overwhelm Maple. You guys are making me cry. My first thought was the lip sync reminds me of the B movie. I don't see it. Who is the 3D model artist, says Boba. That's a very good question. And let me tell you, they are an extremely talented individual. One that I gave a lot of trust to, and I wanted to make sure that I worked back and forth with them on a regular basis to try and make sure that this was absolutely to my specifications. 3D model is me. I did. I did the thing. You what? Holy crap! Yeah, I did this. I made this 3D model. I don't know. Do you like it? Looks good? Looks bad? No. The program that you're using, is it animes? No, in fact, I don't like animes, specifically because they have this weird subscription model. You actually have to pay them in order for you to use this, the software. And on top of that, if you make a certain amount of money for, like, during your streams, they want a cut of it. Like, no, I'm not okay with that. Like, screw that. I'm not going to be using your software if you're just going to plan on skimming some extra money off of me. Not cool. So I actually did have a little bit of help from Mapley in regards to how this model was going to end up looking. I don't know if you've ever seen like the reference sheet that she's made. I actually based this bit directly off of that reference sheet. So much so that I commissioned her. I said just like, hey, I like the reference sheet. Can you make a reference to a bit in profile? You know, like flat this way, as opposed to like face on. Like, can you do that? Because that would really help me sort out depth and that kind of thing. And she was like, oh yeah, sure. And you know, I commissioned her. I paid her for that thing. That was $8, and he gave me 20. Hey, art is hard, okay? Art is extremely hard, and I'm going to pay you if I have you come on and do something for me, okay? Actually, you know what's funny? These glasses that I'm currently wearing on my model, they were originally supposed to be a little bit wider than this, but I found out that wider glasses on a 3D model looks weird. So I decided to like axe that, and I decided to go for something that looks more like this. Will this be in every stream? Yep. I worked hard on this. I am going to have this in every single stream, okay? And I also worked very hard to make sure that this thing would be compatible and easy to use in every single stream. I don't know exactly when, but I do know that this thing took me about 6 months of on and off work to try and make this happen. And again, on and off meaning that I would start working on it, and then I would get busy with some other things in my IRL life, and then I would come back and I would do it again. This was very much a noodling kind of project where I would just be working on it in the background while I was busy doing other things. I wanted to make this model as compatible as possible with other things. So this thing actually does work in other pieces of software, including like VR chat. I don't think I would ever do that for a stream's sake. And I don't think I would ever make any VR chat content. But it's an option. Like, I can do it. Will your model work in Hat Editor? You know what? Probably. But honestly, I don't know if I would want to upload this to the to Hat in Time. Especially since I'm not a big fan of, like, you know, playable so-and-so. When the playable is not the exact same size and, like, definitions and heights of Hat Kid. So if I were to make a playable character mod for Hat in Time, I'd probably actually go back to the drawing board and make a more chibified version of this. Like, this is actually like a full anatomically correct version of Bit. One of the reasons why I decided to make this myself is because I did the research. I wanted to find out how expensive it would be to have something like this custom made by somebody. Oh yeah, Curl says, I know commissioning VTuber models for stuff is very expensive. Very expensive. Yeah, so here's a little bit of a number figure. There's one particular person that I was thinking about commissioning at one point. Yeah, their commission price was somewhere around like $1,000. I mean, it'd be worth it, to be fair. Like, $1,000 for a fully rigged model? Yes, you know what? That makes sense. And it's probably going to get to you quicker, and it's probably going to be a lot cleaner around the edges. You know, it's like, it's worth it. But at the same time, I'm not gonna spend the $1,000. Like, it was already expensive enough to get all of this, you know, this camera rigging and all this motion tracking stuff set up. You know, I'm not gonna spend an extra $1K on a model. There's a lot of 3D models out there that you could make, especially, I think it's called Vroid. You know, if you wanted to make your own 3D model, especially for the sake of VTubing, you can do it that way. But my biggest problem with Vroid is that you know a Vroid model when you see it. You know what I mean? Like, the second you look at a model from Vroid, it's like, oh, yeah, that's Vroid. I don't really like that. I was much more interested in having something that looked more like, you know, the Bit. Your hard work paid off, though. I could never do it myself. I literally failed the 3D modeling class multiple times. You know, I'm of the opinion, I think anybody could 3D model. It's just a case of applying yourself and learning a thing or two about Blender. That's not easy to do. Like, that's a lot easier said than done. I think you could learn it. I mean, look at me. I literally had no 3D modeling knowledge like 6 months ago, and I dived in like a terrified little butterfly. And hey, I got it. I did it. I recommend that you guys go and like look up a YouTube tutorial of some kind to learn about the basics of Blender, because Blender is its own entire other demon. Like, it sounds really easy on the surface, but there's a lot of little fundamentals that I think really help you along the process. I can tell you this. I ran into a lot of circumstances where I nearly got stuck while I was making this model. And it's only because I actually followed along with a particular tutorial that I was able to actually save myself in a lot of circumstances. So if you're going to make your own model of some kind, especially if you're planning on using it for something like, you know, a 3D rig for VR or some kind of VR chat thing, I recommend looking into it. Save. Save often and save early. And not only saving, make multiple save files, you know, like as you go along. That way, if one of your save files goes kaput for whatever reason, like if you completely feck it up, you have another save file to go back to. Sounds like coding. It kind of is. Well, it kind of is like learning an entire new language. You know, except the language is, what the hell are these controls? Where the hell do I find them? Holy shit, how do I fix this particular problem? Why do these faces not work properly? Holy shit. Why is nothing smooth? What's the... You know, it's just like, the texture is all wrong. What the hell is happening? Weight painting. Oh god, the weight painting. When I was working on the VR, like the VR chat version of this model, I ran into a situation where I needed to like re-weight paint the fingers. Now I had already like auto did the weight painting based on like the skeletal structure, and that worked really well, and you just had to do a little fine tuning here and there. But I couldn't do that for the other hand. The other hand was just stupidly broken, and I could never figure out why. So what I ended up having to do was I had to just weight paint the other hand from scratch. And I had to do that by copying the weight painting of this hand and copying it over to the other one. We were playing VR chat one day, and my body, like my whole avatar, just decided to cave into the floor.
Oh god.
Help. Bit, does this mean I can make compilations of clips from your streams? Technically speaking, you could do that for anybody, regardless of whether or not they are a VTuber. If somebody were to be like so inclined to make, you know, compilations of my clips and things, as long as you linked back to my regular channels and as long as you linked back to my stream, whatever, go for it. You know, like, I don't care. He's fine. Just as long as you, like, you know, just let people know who I am, where I am, and how they can continue to watch me. So do you guys want to see the alpha version of the face? 1, 2, 3. Oh god! Ah! No! Burn it! Burn it with fire! Oh, it's a nightmare. He looks like he wants death. That was around the time where I was like, I don't know if I'm cut out to be a 3D modeler. It's like, this doesn't look good. I don't... no, I don't like it. But I stuck with it. And then I was like, okay, you know what? Let's just try it out a little bit more. Let's try something else. And so I reworked how I did the model, and eventually it became this. There we go, this guy. And that's a hell of a lot closer to the version that you see today. There's a couple of little tiny differences between this one and, you know, like these two things. But, I mean, for the most part, they're pretty much the exact same thing. Oh, by the way, Kid Whom did this. Honestly, that's... There we go, we done. It's work. I mean, I don't know why I spent so much time working on stuff. I mean, like, this is the final product right here. Oh, no. Don't flip it off. This is the final product. So... This was around the time that I asked Mapley, I'm like, okay, Mapley, you have the reference sheet version of me, but can you make a profile version of me that's like, you know, you could see me at the side? And so I was eyeballing it up, and yeah, I ended up making this just for comparison's sake. And then I got bored and I went this, and I did this. Here. listen here, you little shit. Oh, Jesus. Okay, you guys need to see this. I think if you're making a 3D model and you don't make your model do that, then what the heck are you even doing? Oh God, here's a funny one. Do you want to see, do you guys want to see the bit trash can? Or actually, no, I don't think that's what I called it. I think I called it the bit lampshade. You want to see the bit lampshade? All right, there you go, bit lampshade. Oh, this is very early on before I like roughed out any of the arm stuff. The skin around the eyes makes me look a little bit like the Joker. I'm the Joker, baby. When I started working on the pants, I discovered that I had made a brand new line of Bit Boxers. Check it out. It's the Bit Bee Boxers, now at a retailer near you. Here's the Bit trash can, except with a little bit more, actual shape to it. It's like, now it's like, oh, now it's starting to look like a torso. Oh, okay. Oh, that's neat. And then this happened. Then it's like, oh yeah, I can tell that's a sweater. Although for some reason it has Gumby hands. Oh yeah, I think this is the one where it shows off the fact that I finished up the scarf. And also at this point, the eyebrows are now on. So yeah, there we go. The glasses have not actually been made just yet. Again, there were certain things that I was like, well, I'm going to have to improvise on this. I like the dude who's making the tutorial here, he doesn't specify at all about how to make a scarf. But I guess I'm just going to have to figure that one out. Ah, okay, yep, and all right, now it's an actual jacket. So there we go. Like, now that's proper jacketed bit. Okay, then, pants became a thing. I'm really glad, I'm happy with how the pants came out. Like, they genuinely look like, ruffled up pants. Like, I was really scared that somehow I was gonna fuck this one up and they weren't gonna look proper. No, it looks pretty good. Mapley says, I remember when you messaged me about this, you literally screamed about forgetting to put the glasses on. Yeah, I sent you the final product, but then I looked at it and I'm like, something's missing. Like, what's missing on this thing? I don't understand. The glasses! Ooh, oh man. Here was an exciting part of this. Here. Yeah. There they are. There's the fingies. There they are. Drawing hands is pain. Modeling hands hurts just as much. Oh yeah, and then there's footsies. There we go. There's some boots. It's just like, yep. Basically rain boots. Basically the final model right there. Now it has had a couple of little differences done here and there, including the shading and as well as a couple of... I changed up how the eyes work a couple of times here and there. But aside from that, yeah, this was the final model where I was like, oh my god, it's here. It's there, like, I've done it. And then came the painful process of actually rigging the damn thing. Oh yeah, and here's an image of the VR chat model in Unity. There we go. Oh yeah, and then again, there was this one. And we all hanging out at the top of the clock tower, Marty! The clock tower! Oh yeah, Prim's asking how my model accurately animates on screen. I'll go ahead and answer that again. I answered it earlier, but hey, there might be some fresher people that have come in and gone as things have gone on. This thing tracks via 3 different sensors. There. 3 different sensors. The first one is my webcam, which is reading my actual body movements. So that includes like the head and the torso. And then for the hands, it is using this thing called a leap motion. And those things are pretty routinely used with VTubers for tracking the hands and all that jazz. And it's pretty freaking accurate, honestly. Like it messes up every once in a while, but for the most part, it's fine. And then the big magic, the only way I would have possibly done anything with VTubing whatsoever, I needed to have good facial animations. A lot of people use like Live 2D and software similar to that. I'm not a fan of it just because it feels very cardboardy and it feels like you're talking to a mannequin. I'm not a fan of that kind of a style of VTuber. It just feels like there's a weird uncanny valley to the whole thing. It's just creepy. For that, I am using an iPhone. That it's currently sitting right over here. And it is tracking my facial animations, and it's using like the it's an iPhone X, and the iPhone X has some extra sensors on it, including like infrared and some depth sensors. So it can actually read your face really accurately. And people have used that technology to basically make these kinds of models exist. So that's how all of this tracking stuff works. And I'm not going to answer that question a lot. Let me tell you that. When we start moving into the actual live stream portion of this, I'm not going to answer these questions anymore. Because, like, it can get a little bit aggravating. I've heard of some people that have models similar to this, and they just keep getting questions. It's like, I'm not your tech support. I'm sorry. I had to do all this research myself. You can do the research yourself if you wanted to make a model your own way. So, by the way, my microphone is, like, right here. That's fun. It's like, boop, boop, ow! That's one thing I kind of want to make special shapes for. I want to make special shapes for whenever I put
this filter on. That way it doesn't look as weird coming out of my voice, coming out of my face. Hello.
And also I have this filter too. Should I do something with this one? I'm not sure. It's a heck of a lot of work. It was hard enough trying to get this working. I don't want to go any further.
But no, like I said, let's go ahead and head over to the game tab so you can take a look at how that works. There we go. There we go. Here's how it's going to look for now on. I've gotten rid of all of the extra bits over here that were basically just sitting here and taking up space. And now you're going to be able to see me while I am currently playing some video games. He's gaming with air. Well, what's really cool is that you can actually see, like, my individual fingers doing stuff like... Look at that. And then... boop. Boop. By the way, I haven't even commented on it yet, and I don't know if anybody has commented on it in the chat. But how do you like the bubbles? See, this is really nice because now that I have this two computer setup, it means that one computer can be designated to just all of the stream-related stuff. So, you know, stuff involved with the rig and things of that nature. And then the gameplay itself can be done via either my PC or, again, via my Nintendo Switch that I'm currently playing. Yeah, my model can, like... the mouth has a whole bunch of little shapes, too. Like, it can purse a little bit. It can smirk. Yeah, there we go. I gotta keep remembering that, like, there's a chat literally right here on my screen, and I could read that. I keep on looking at the one, like, over here. It's like, why? I've been doing videos... Now, hey, get out of here. You've already had your reveal video. And by the way, how'd you guys like the reveal video that I did? I put a little bit of extra work into that one. Not a ton. I'm not going to say that I was a virtuoso of video creation or anything, but like there were a couple of things I was like, I need something a little bit special. You know what I mean? Can you make a heart symbol? Let me see. Oh, no, I can't lengthen out my thumbs that well. No, I tried. I can make a triangle. Illuminati! Yeah. Well, unfortunately, when I put my hand right here, suddenly the camera can't see me, and it's just stuck. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Just don't forget us when you join HoloLive. I would never join HoloLive in any way, shape, or form, okay? I'm gonna burn that bridge right now. Not joining HoloLive. Screw that. The contract kind of stuff that you have to sign when you join HoloLive, there's specific things that they want you to do that are not okay. And, like, you know, people talk about the whole graduating thing when suddenly somebody just like, oh, well, I have to graduate HoloLive. See you later, everybody. It's just like, and do you have the rights to that particular character? No, you don't. Oh, whoopsies. Instead, it's HoloLive that owns that character. So let me just tell you something. I'm not going to join HoloLive simply because I don't want them to own me. I don't want them to own my model. I don't want them to own my personality. Screw that. All right. I'm either going to be like independent, or I'm going to find somebody that respects me as being an independent, like VTuber kind of personality, and they will be okay with it. And in the event anything happens, if I have to leave, if somebody else has to leave, if there's just something related to that, I would much rather I would be able to keep my personality keep my, keep my platform and keep all that stuff. Like, when you sell your soul to something like Hololive, you're basically selling yourself to like, oh, I want a crap load of viewers. But the thing is, you're permanently locked down to Hololive forever, or at least as long as they want to keep you there. I will never do that, okay? I am perfectly fine with burning that bridge and saying no. Still can't get over the fact that you still... All right, so here's a funny story. We were playing, as Mapley is talking about in the chat, we were playing VR chat, and they have mini golf in VR chat. Like, holy shit, there's so many things in VR chat like that you can do, and it's so fun. And there was one particular part where I was attempting to try and putt the ball, and I was trying to like putt it. I think I was trying to do like a Hail Mary kind of thing. I don't even remember. But the physics weren't all that great. I'll just say, like, it was fun, but at the same time, you have to get your head around the physics a little bit. So I hit the ball, and the thing just, instead of going straight this direction, it goes all the way that way. It just like zooms off that direction. And I just watch it go flying, and I just go... It's just like, fuck that. I love the fact that you could see me emote now. Like, I used to like subconsciously do a little bit of emoting while I was streaming previously. But like, I would always think back being like, why the heck did I do that? Like, you can't see me. But now you can. So, hey, nice. Bagel not here.
The bagel is gone.
Let me put on some other filters here, just like for... It's probably like really weird to hear some of these filters come out of me. So here. Ooh, hey, here's a fun one.
Please insert newborn puppy. Feed me puppy. I require blood.
A little bit of has-been hotel. How absolutely putrid. Let me put this filter back on, and then I'm just going to read some red versus blue quotes. Hey, yeah? You ever wonder why we're here? It's one of life's great mysteries, isn't it? Why are we here? I mean, are we the product of some cosmic coincidence, or is there really a God watching over us? I don't know, man, but it keeps me up at night. What? I mean, why are we out here in this canyon? Oh, yeah. What was all that stuff about God? Nothing. Want to talk about it? No. Time is not made out of lines. It is made out of circles. That is why clocks are round. There's a very fine line between not listening and not caring. I like to think that I walk that line every day of my life. My name is Leonard Church, and you will fear my laser face! We've been tricked, we've been backstabbed, and we've been quite possibly bamboozled. You know, Caboose, I used to not care. I just went along with orders and hoped that everything would work out for me. But after all that's happened to me, you know what I've learned? It's not about hating the guy on the other side because someone told you to. Not because they're red, or because they're blue, but because you know them, and you see them every single day, and you can't stand them, because they're a complete and total fucking douchebag. To mark this message as urgent, press 11. There is no 11, you fucking whore! I would just like to let everyone know that I suck, and that I'm a girl, and that I like ribbons in my hair, and I want to kiss all the boys. Your toast has been burnt, and no amount of scraping will remove the black part. My name is Michael J. Caboose, and I hate taxes. It's Texas, you idiot! That too! I can't believe I fucking died for this war. We finally make contact with an alien being, and our first attempt at communication is going to be through a bomb? Am I the only one who has a problem with this? I love blood and violence! I got a boner for murder! Blark chicka honk honk. God damn it. You can't teach that. That's genetics. You can't die! I'm bored! All these girls want to talk about is chick stuff, and not the fun chick stuff like ribbons and unicorns, boring stuff like oppression and hostile work environments. Oh, there goes my last kidney. I was saving that one for a special occasion. I'm going down the rabbit hole of this a little bit too much, I think. I'm done. I've had enough of this. Herm, this is definitely going to be a different streaming setup. You know what's funny? This whole setup has actually been done since last Monday. And I've known that I have been ready to premiere this thing for the last like 5 or 6 days or so. But I needed to wait on that because, again, I wanted to make sure it was on a day that I knew that most people would have time to be able to come out and take a look at it. And those 6 days were just, they were painstaking because I was like, I want to show this off to people. Like, I'm so excited. I'm so hyped. And I remember I was trying to be very nonchalant about it, but like during last Wednesday's stream, that just kept on ringing in my head, being like, this is the last stream you're gonna do, like outside of being sort of a VTuber-esque kind of thing. Like your stream setup is going to be remarkably different from here on out. This is your last regular stream, probably until like maybe something, unless any technical difficulties come up where I can't use this rig. Like, you know, this is pretty much how it's going to look like for from here to ever. Okay. Well, anyways, I think we're going to wrap things up for this stream just because, like I said, I got to go and make myself some food, as well as, in general, I just kind of want to chill out for the rest of the night. But I want to thank you guys for all of the support and for all of the excitement that you guys showed me. I appreciate it a lot, and it tells me that I did a good, and that's nice to hear. I am also, again, it's a very different form factor, but I can guarantee you this, at least in content-wise, for these streams, the only difference you're going to get is the fact that you're going to be able to physically see me. That's it. Aside from that, you're going to pretty much get the exact same kind of crazy streams as you would normally get from me. So expect that.